Our big story, a woman in a vegetative state, unable to move or speak for more than a decade, gives birth.
Now Phoenix police are investigating this as a possible case of sexual assault.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad that you're with us. I'm Mike Gonzalez alongside Tram Mai. Mark and Caribe had the night off. A source close to us tells us that this case is absolutely insane. No one at this facility even knew the patient was pregnant until after she gave birth.
Yeah, Team 12's Nicole Zymek has been tracking the story for us. And Nicole, what do we know about the condition of the baby?
Well, Tram, first of all, we do now know that this is a boy and that he did survive and is now at Phoenix Children's Hospital. And as police continue their investigation, we're also learning that the facility had previously been looked into for possible abuse allegations. Hacienda Healthcare getting national attention at the center of a disturbing and baffling sexual assault investigation. The victim, a woman who has been in a vegetative state for more than 10 years, not able to talk, communicate verbally, or move. Yet she was somehow impregnated and gave birth last week. The staff only learning about the pregnancy when the patient started moaning Saturday and later gave birth. Patients in the wing the woman was at are seen by several people throughout the day, including nurses, nurses' aides, maintenance staff, as well as housekeepers. Phoenix Police confirms it's actively investigating. And in a statement, Hacienda Healthcare says it, quote, has and will continue to cooperate fully with law enforcement and all the relevant regulatory agencies regarding this matter. The Arizona Department of Health Services sent this statement, saying in part, quote, upon learning of the allegation, Arizona Department of Health Services immediately initiated an on-site complaint investigation to ensure the health and safety of the patients. We looked back into Hacienda Healthcare's history and found the facility had been investigated for abuse allegations different from this case. Most recently, in June of 2018, ADHS investigated 3 allegations of abuse and neglect. We don't know the details of these cases or whether the allegations were substantiated. We did reach out to both the Department of Health and Hacienda Healthcare for more information, but have not heard back. 5 years prior to that, in 2013, there was a complaint of an employee being verbally abusive to 4 patients. In that case, the claims were substantiated and the employee terminated immediately. And the source tells us that since the birth, protocol at Hacienda Healthcare has changed. Male staffers must now be accompanied by female staffers while attending to patients. We're live in the Alert Center. Nicole Zymek, 12 News.
Nicole, thanks for that update.